It's 7:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Two teenagers have been interviewed by police following the discovery of a pig's head at the Wallsend Mosque. The 17-year-olds are likely to be charged under the Young Offenders Act after the head was found in the grounds of the Metcalfe Street Mosque 2 weeks ago. A report is being prepared for the coroner after a 54-year-old man suffered a suspected heart attack behind the wheel and crashed into a tree at Katara. Police say the man's 12-year-old daughter was sitting in the front passenger seat when it's believed he went into cardiac arrest while driving along Carnley Avenue at about 8:30 last night. An off-duty policeman and an off-duty nurse were following in separate cars and stopped to render assistance. The man was pronounced dead on arrival at the John Hunter Hospital. The girl escaped injury. Police have released a description of a man who approached three young girls at Holmesville. The girls have told officers the man was about 50 to 60 years old with ginger-coloured hair and was driving a white sedan similar to a 1994 Toyota Corolla with registration plates bearing the letters BCW. Brooke Eggleton from Police Headquarters says the incident happened yesterday morning.
Just after 8 a.m. yesterday, three girls under the age of 13 were walking along Charlotte Street at Holmesville when a small white hatchback stopped adjacent to them. Police have been told the male driver spoke to the children when the girls ran from the scene.
Premier Mike Baird claims it would cost around $220,000 a week if the truncation of Newcastle's inner-city rail line is delayed until the state election in March. He says issues such as rescheduling, staffing and equipment costs could end up costing an extra $3 million. In her first council meeting as Lord Mayor, Nuatali Nelms has put the Newcastle Art Gallery redevelopment back on the agenda. Using her casting vote to get the motion through, state and federal funding will now be resought. Councillor Nelms says the plan will greatly enhance the city.
Council reactivating the project means we can go and seek grant funding from state and federal government. I couldn't be happier about getting council support to recommit to the Art Gallery project. It is one of many key city revitalisation projects that have been on our agenda and was actually part of a 2012 rate increase put to the community.
However, Liberal councillor Brad Luke isn't convinced.
The only way that you can actually get money into the Art Gallery project is to actually either hit the ratepayers for the rate rise or rip it out of other projects. Now what she's done is hit everyone with a 50% increase in their rates.
Thousands of new families could call Port Stephens home if a $1 billion residential project near Raymond Terrace is put back on the table. The Kings Hill project ground to a halt in 2010 due to a lack of road infrastructure. However, developers are now hoping to build a $34 million link to the Pacific Highway to get the project back up and running again. And environmentalists say the Hunter's coal mining industry is increasing the chance of drought in the area. Mining company ownership of water is concentrated in areas of the Hunter River where mines are dominant. Lock the Gate Alliance coordinator Georgina Woods says coal mining companies need to rethink how they use water.
Moves need to be made to reform the way that the mining industry consumes and uses water, and to make sure that we're not allowing open-cut mining into alluvial aquifers and near our major rivers, because that's just doing untold damage.
Now with sport, Sally Spicer.
Newcastle Jets Youth League junior Nick Cowburn is determined to make the most of his late inclusion in Saturday's match against the Wanderers. The 19-year-old took the place of Scott Neville at right fullback after the player suffered a groin injury. The newcomer says he's not taking anything for granted.
You have to continue to work hard, and especially in an environment where it's performance-based and results-based, you have to make sure that you're on top of your game.
Knights rookie forward Joseph Tapine will face court over an alleged incident which left a man with a broken jaw. The 20-year-old has been charged with assault occasioning grievous bodily harm after the incident, which occurred in September. Tapine will front court on December 9. Briefly, former Toronto Workers recruit Jonty Patterson has held his own against India's test strength side in Cricket Australia 11's tour game in Adelaide. The bowler claimed 1 for 24 off 7 overs on Tuesday. That's sport. I'm Sally Spicer.
To NURFM News Time 26 to 8.